guys, we're back. One sec. Excuse me. I ate something, it made me be sick actually. Pardon me for coming telling you, I tell you how it is. Excuse me. What were they? I had something here. Egg cracklers. But I had a drink of water and or a coffee or something, and it's caused me to. Right, we're gonna get what we're gonna do. Dumpsters, containers. That's 2,000. That's 1 hour. A reservoir tank. Let's do that. A little bit of a longer one. Oh yeah, I've been sick a couple of times today. I don't know whether or not I might be coming down with something. Sometimes I'm on certain medications because I had a stroke, and some of the medications sometimes make me sick physically, and it's irritating because when I'm talking, if I talk, you probably find that I talk a lot, and I tried not to talk sometimes because I can be nastily sick actually. I'm just gonna. Oh, right, okay. One second, guys. I'm just gonna. How do you do it now? M, not M. Ooh. Okay, which one's the button? Mirrors, 5, F5. F10, F5, is it F5? F9. No. Right, okay, so how do you... 1? Ah, right, okay. 1, F2, toggle mirrors. There you go. I only want that side because... Right, okay, so... Right, the only reason why I've done that one is because you can't see over there like that. Because there's a blind spot where that box is. That's better. And plus I'm using the keyboard. And to be honest, they're not the most accurate things to use. That's better. Yeah, I was talking in a previous video. Now I've been, finally my friend, now I've been sick. I could talk a bit about the computers, what I used in the past. I might do a video actually on all of them because I've used the amount of technology I've used over the decades. I started programming 40 years ago. My father started me off, and I was writing all sorts of code. But mainly I started on a ZX81. My father was a lecturer in college, universities, Manchester Polytechnics and all that kind of stuff, on hardware, electronics and programming. So I got put in really feet first. I had no point of no return there. Am I? there's a truck behind me, alright. My fault, that. It's because what it is because I'm using a keyboard. I haven't got enough power on the keyboard to state it. But, if I had a paddle, I'd do this, not a problem with a steering wheel. I just play these games sometimes like an idiot because you can't do it in a car, if you get what I mean. You know, in a virtual world, it's like Grand Theft Auto. I can drive a car, I've got a license, I've got a full driving license, been driving 20 odd years. In fact, yeah, probably more than that actually. But I'm pretty happy actually because I stopped driving in the UK for a long time, and then I went and decided I'd get a Philippine driving license, a proper one. So I went through LTO and I went through all the main things. It's a totally different attitude over here driving. Anyway, going back to the computers, yeah, my first computer I ever got was a ZX81. I was about 14, something like that. This was just as there were, well, my father used to, like say, he used to teach in Manchester Polytechnic, and he was teaching electronics. So one of the main things that he got was this series of Oh, it's alright. I shouldn't have done that, but never mind. It's going too fast. I'll blame the keyboard. Anyway, my father had got a couple of these Sinclair ZX81s, basic level ones, 1K of RAM, 4K of ROM. Very, very rudimentary basic programming system. But you can actually write machine code in it. You just poke the memory. But I never really done any machine code on them. It was mainly Amstrads and the Einstein and stuff. Anyway, excuse me. I spent many years on them. Little ZX81. Then what happened was I went to college, and it was office skills and learning to use computers, but they knew I could write software, so I ended up writing like a very, very first white youth training database. Back then, it was in MBasic, Malad Basic, because it was on the Amstrads, Amstrad 8256, if I remember rightly, PCWs. I had a disk drive, and you'd sequential write files. But whilst I was there, I started shopping around for a computer, and there was a well-known a well-known distributor of computer stores in the UK called Dixon's. Oh shit, just went over in a red. And I saved up. I think it was about 16 weeks. This money for this computer. Originally, I went round looking for other computers first. There was a Toshiba. Oh, what do you call them? There was a load of them. MSX. And there was the Sinclair QL, which was reduced from £499 to £99, and then there was this Einstein, the Tatung Einstein. Now those other two, that the MSX. There was an MSX, there was a Spectrum, and there was a QL. So I done my research, and I was speaking to my father, and my father said the best thing to go for was this Einstein, because Einstein had a 3-inch floppy disk, a compact floppy. You could get more on it, and it was more reliable. The MSX and the Spectrums obviously didn't have storage capabilities. They didn't even really. They're mainly cassette, but the QL was that these tape drive things, and they were absolutely awful. And I still use them to this day. Obviously now you can use these kits you can plug into them to increase the storage, to increase its capabilities. But back at the time, I had the chance of an Einstein, a Teton Einstein, and it was £109.99. And what it was I was saving money back off my YTS to get this computer, and it took around, like say, about 10 weeks. And my mum's gave me the rest of the money for it. I think it was about 60 quid or something of this money what my mum gave me. And I went and bought this computer. And soon started I started off playing games first, obviously you do. I got a pack of games on it, Old Mummy and Les Flicks and all that kind of stuff. Some really, really good games actually. I spent so much time on that, and then I began to learn to code. And back then, in those days, there was a built-in assembler. When you first turn on computers, usually they have what's called a warm. Like the ROM was populated with an operating system like BASIC. Well, a majority of the older generations didn't have that. They had what's called a monitor, which was like an assembler or a disassembler. But it was very, very, a lot of messing around with it. So it had basically an assembler, a monitor built in, but it didn't have a proper Z80 assembler. Now my father obviously was a developer, and he also produced software for Z80 machines, and one of them was the Z80 assembler. We had to convert it in CPM, in a partial of a CPM, to make it compatible with this Einstein. And what he done is he's telling it originally there was a Z80 assembler called Zeep. Now Zeep was not a very good programming language. So my father said, right, I'll develop my own. So he did. So he ended up developing. Is it over? Yeah, no. Whoops! I shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, you can wait. Because I'm talking. Anyway, he developed this assembler. I helped him write the code for this assembler. We should have released it. We should have put it out on there for the Einstein, because there was assemblers out there and they weren't very good. I think HiSoft had one. There was a couple of these various versions of Z80 assemblers, but my father seemed to be one of the best. I actually, it's funny really, because when I was learning to code, I collected some information on a Z80 piece of code for unwrite it. Oh yeah, okay, my fault. Says I'm talking. I shouldn't be talking. I should be shutting up, shouldn't I? Anyway, I lost the discs. I actually developed in Z80 a piece of source code which actually unlocked drives, so that you could recover files. The only thing is though, the files that it recovered you couldn't delete again. So that was a bit of a bug. I never got round to sorting that bug out, because then I moved to PC. Oh, that's like when was that? Must have been about 1992 or 1993 when I done that. Before my first daughter was born. Oh, bloody hell. Right guys, I'm going to call it a day. Enough of my chit chat. I'm going to do something else now. I've done 2 videos. I'm going to upload these 2. I don't think I'll do editing yet onto them, but they're just odd videos, odds basically. Right, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.